Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Last time visiting this 2020 Troy-Bilt. It's the TB110. I had gotten this in a scrapper deal. I'll pay me now and I'll deliver later. So this thing showed up this week. In the previous videos, I told you I put automatic transmission fluid in the cylinder because I couldn't pull the recoil rope to get this thing to turn over. So I let that sit a few days. Then I ended up pulling the flywheel off because I noticed the flywheel was not where it should have been when I had the plug off to look at TDC. We ended up having a sheared keyway. This is just zinc. It's very light weight and strength, so this will break before any of the hard steel will. Somebody hit something. I'll show you the blade and show you the new blade I put on it. That's where I left you in the last video. I did an oil change on it since then and put a new blade on it, and we'll discuss that momentarily. So this is the side that's turned down, and here's the strike point. So this thing got twisted this way. So I put a new copper head on it by Rotary, the 15-6423. It replaces the OEM 942-0741 21-inch bow tie. So I put one of those on. It started it and it still vibrated. Still had some vibration in it, so I turned it back over and rotated the blade. I did see a wobble in the crankshaft, so I knew that there was damage to the crank as well as the blade. So I removed the new rotary blade, spun it around to where I saw the high point on the shaft, and then I stuck this adapter on. This is one where the two tabs got sheared off on another project that I had. So I put this on and used a 3-pound hammer, and at the high point kind of banged on the adapter here so I wouldn't scour up the shaft. Kind of banged it into place, put it on, still a little vibration, took it off, did it the second time, kind of banged it some more. And I think we're at a good point. Hardly any vibration, so I got lucky with the new blade and banging the piss out of it with a 3-pound hammer. A 3-pound hammer from China. This is special steel. It'll do the job. This China steel is awesome. So I banged the living shit out of it, ended up putting a few marks here instead of the end of the shaft. So let's start it, and this job is complete other than I'm missing a bolt on the handle. Oil change was done, like I said. We banged the shit out of the crankshaft, new blade. Oh, we got to do the air filter. What I'm going to do is carb clean just to be sure and clean the tank out. I want to send it out with 100% confidence. I don't want any bringbacks on anything I sell. When I sell a mower, I want to see the people once at the purchase point. I don't want them coming back. Not that I don't like my customers, it's just best that way. They live happily ever after with the machine that I sold them. As you recall, this thing is the original air filter, 3 years old, so it's stopped quite a bit of snot. Kind of dusty conditions. The 593260. 593260 is the original Briggs number. So after I do the rectification, we'll throw another aftermarket filter on it. Just notice something, the aftermarkets have less pleats, probably to save money. Original Briggs has got plenty of pleats. There's a lot of air gaps here on this China filter. You get what you pay for. Metal tab here, there's no metal tab on the China filter. But they do a good copycat, minus the skimping on the paper. So let's start this thing. You'll see Mr. Snake. If he falls off, we know we got too much of a vibration. He's going to be our indicator today. If he stays on for the ride, I did a good job. I got to move you back for a minute. Don't go anywhere. Oh, notice the rip in the cord, the recoil cord. I'll have to change that out. It's kind of a break right here. I just don't like that. I want to send it out 100%. Okay, he stayed on for the ride. I think I did a good job. What do you think? Comments below. So kind of a weird one with the sheared keyway. Kind of not turning over well on the piston and the cylinder. Seemed like it was grinding or binding, hard to turn over. Kind of a weird deal on that. Valves were loose, tightened them up a little bit, brought them up to snuff. So we ended up with success on this. The $10 unit turned out to be okay. So I kind of degreased the engine and the recoil. I'm going to do the deck next, clean that up. We had some oil spillage here that poured out of the overhead valve cover, and then some of the ATF out of the cylinder. So not a bad looking machine. I'll probably do 130 to 150 on this since it's new. New blade, new air filter, new oil. Thanks for coming out. I was debating on whether to give you a follow-up. I just wanted to tell you there was more issues with that bent crank, but we rectified it. I was just hoping on throwing a new blade on it and being done with it, because the original blade was bent up so bad, but there was more damage I hadn't noticed. Anyway, tip your waitress and wait staff. Have a good day. Looks like we may have some rain here. It's getting dark. So I'm going to start putting some tools away and watch the grass grow. Have a good day today. Thanks for coming out. Your waitress and wait staff will be happy to see you as long as you tip them generously.